The world's oldest profession is getting some attention on Capitol Hill. The Street's investigation into prostitution and escorts on social media found more than 1,000 individual Twitter profiles advertising services, many of these in violation of Twitter's own terms of service.
It's not legal to be a conduit for a illegal activity. And I think it's all a matter of prosecutorial discretion on the part of the Obama administration to order its U.S. attorneys, at least admonish them, to take up these cases.
The Street's John Marino recently spoke with New Jersey Congressman Chris Smith, chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Subcommittee, which oversees issues around human trafficking. After revealing the Street's investigation to Smith, the congressman pledged to summon Twitter executives to Capitol Hill. In the meantime, he's looking to the top of the Justice Department for help.
If you would, and with respect, ask U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder if he would really initiate an effort to crack down on Twitter, Backpage, Craigslist, and these other social media that are the conduit for this terrible exploitation of women. Again, in a conversation with Jonathan Marino earlier, he went into great detail as to how Twitter has exploded on the scene with trafficking promotion.
Twitter's terms of service state that individuals not use the system for any unlawful purposes or in furtherance of illegal activities. It requires users not post multiple duplicate updates to the same account and prohibits pornographic images in your profile, header photo, or user background. Many of the accounts the Street examined appear to have directly violated one or more of these policies. When asked why accounts that directly violate its terms of service had not yet been removed, Twitter did not answer and instead directed us to policies on their website. Twitter's guidelines on posting related to pornography, prostitution, and escorts are weaker than rules implemented by Facebook and LinkedIn.
When you're a public company, you're held to a higher standard than you are when you're a private company. They can't just sit back and say, not our problem, we didn't know about it, therefore we're not going to do anything about it. They can't do that. They've got to be proactive and do something about it.
It's actually harder to follow a beer brand on Twitter than to follow an escort service. To follow Budweiser's main account, a user must go to the @Budweiser Twitter page and click follow. But that's just the first step. The Budweiser account sends the user a direct message. This type of verification isn't mandated by Twitter. It's more about companies self-policing. And that self-policing is about more than public perception. It's also about maintaining how the platforms are used and what content is made available.
Whether you're talking about, a parent and a small child looking at content where you could see pictures of things that just aren't appropriate for children, or you might be at work and a video might pop up and that might not be appropriate for that particular environment. So there are a lot of questions that come up in this context.
As for the power of social media, several of the prostitutes the Street spoke with say having a Twitter account has been, well, good for business. Joe Doe, the Street.